Hi, hello, my name is Beth, and this is Rad Portraits, a show where I pick someone out of pop culture who I think is making a difference.
Tell you why I think they're making a difference.
And then I draw them, and I try different things every time I draw. Ow, stop biting. Thanks to your suggestions, today, we're gonna draw one of my favorite politicians. Yeah, I'm bringing politics into this, Elizabeth Warren. If you like how she looks, stick around, and I'll show you how I did it. Let's get into it. Don't fight. Elizabeth Ann Warren is an American academic and politician, and if I didn't already have a mom, I'd pick her as mine. Currently serving as senior United States Senator for Massachusetts, Warren was previously a law professor for more than 30 years and is recognized as one of the nation's top experts on bankruptcy and the financial pressures facing middle-class families. But let's start in the beginning. In Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, during the summer of 1949, Warren was born. The youngest with 3 older brothers, she would later describe her family life as teetering on the ragged edge of the middle class. Warren married her high school sweetheart, Jim Warren, when she was only 19 years old, and after moving with him to Houston, she enrolled and graduated from the University of Houston with a Bachelor of Science degree in speech pathology and audiology. She aspired to be a teacher, but without a proper teaching certificate, she could only work with disabled children, and tell me how that makes sense. It was the 80s. Anyways, she got preggo, moved to New Jersey, had a baby, enrolled in Rutgers School of Law, Newark, got preggo again, got her JD, passed the bar, had her baby, and worked from home. I work from home with no babies, and that's hard enough. And then she got a divorce, and by 1980 she was remarried to law professor Bruce Mann and started lecturing at colleges. Life comes at you fast, right? Warren has taught at quite a few colleges around the nation, and most recently at Harvard Law School. This powerhouse is the only tenured law professor at Harvard who studied at an American public university, and only 2 other professors in the nation have citation rates higher than Warren in bankruptcy and commercial law. In 2011, Warren announced that she would be running for the Democratic nomination of the 2012 election in Massachusetts for the U.S. Senate. Her platform was of course based on her expertise, and in response to the claims that asking the rich to pay more taxes was class warfare, she had this to say. There is nobody in the country who got rich on his own. Nobody. You moved your goods to market on the roads that the rest of us paid for. You hired workers the rest of us paid to educate. And now look, you build a factory and you turned it into something terrific. Or a great idea. God bless. Keep a big hunk of it. But the underlying social contract is, you take a hunk of that and pay forward for the next kid who comes along. She won the nomination. And later, during President Barack Obama's time in office, would be asked to use her knowledge to form the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, a new agency with the goal of keeping Wall Street banks and other financial institutions accountable to protect consumers from financial tricks and traps often hidden in mortgages, credit cards, and other financial products. Her efforts in the field have been praised by both sides of the aisle, that means Republicans and Democrats, and Time magazine once referred to her as the new sheriff of Wall Street. Speaking of Democrats and Republicans, when it comes to her political affiliation, Warren voted Republican for many years, feeling that Republicans best supported markets. In 1995, she began voting Democrat because she no longer believed that to be true. And ultimately, the woman believes that neither party should dominate, and her choices are driven by her goal to be a great consumer advocate. Let's finish this out with the topic of nevertheless, she persisted. Have you noticed a bunch of skin-having human beings getting a series of words tattooed on them recently? Did you know that Elizabeth Warren was the accidental creator of this resounding battle cry? In February of this year, 2017, Warren stood in front of Congress to oppose the nomination of Jeff Sessions from U.S. Attorney to federal judge on the basis that he was racially biased and in an ugly, bad way, like, ooh, nothing good. She began to read a letter that Coretta Scott King, Martin Luther King Jr.'s widow, had written about the man. Presiding Senate Chair Steve Daines cut her off, and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell cited Senate Rule 19 as to why. Look it up, it wasn't intended for use in this way, but it does apply. Later, when outrage over the ridiculous use of Senate Rule 19 pressed him for comment, he remarked that she was warned. She was given an explanation, nevertheless, she persisted. And every woman ever said, oh, hey, that's me too. I think I love you, Elizabeth Warren. You tenacious little honey badger. Subscribe to Snarled. Like this video if you liked it. Check out my channel, Beth Be Rad, if you like me and want to see more of me talking at a camera. And leave me a comment down in the comment section below telling me who you want me to draw on the next Rad Portraits. And until then, stay persistent.
Does that bother you? Oh.